Alright, we are in 1704 and Great Britain has invaded into the French territory, pretty much occupying Paris because of the population's discontents about their occupation. See that there is rebel faction crawling up, and yeah, we need to figure out a way to resolve this rebellion as soon as possible. As you can see, the city is pretty much destroyed from our recent occupation. We don't have a lot of money, so we need to spend it wisely here. Perhaps we should attack them. They're about a force of 7 regiments and 2 cavalries, whereas we have 5 regiments and 3 cavalries. Maybe worth a shot, I reckon.
We shall triumph.
This is actually the first land battle that I have engaged in personally in control, and previous land battles mostly I've used the AI capability to resolve the battles, most of them out of victory, but this time around we're going to try to actually fight the battle itself. It's been a while. Alright, now we're into the battle, and the very cold weather here, no ground everywhere, and this time we have to see if we can like concentrate our cavalry and strike them, try to rout the enemy with a sudden blow. So here we go. Cannons placed here, maybe a little farther away. Wow, that cannonball had struck my general, and he's already retreating. John Churchill is retreating. This is a dire situation here. Though Our general has survived, but he's in big trouble here. Alright, let's strike the cavalry here with a surprise attack. It seems like it's working. They are running away. But this may not be enough. We need to hurry our attack here. Otherwise the enemy will strike back. Alright, we have killed their enemy, the general. This looks like a good start here. Alright. It's like friendly fire going on here, we need to stop. Wow. The enemy has already acquired square formation technology here, which we don't have at the moment. Well, actually we do. We actually acquired it. We traded with, I think, the Austrians, correct? So we do have square formation here. Ooh. Our enemies are running away. Time to press on. Chase them down here. Maybe we shall give it a try. I guess they are breaking. We'll use one cavalry unit to chase down the routing enemy, but we'll also use to try to break their lines immediately. Yes, it's working now. Alright, our enemies all routing now, and this is time to cut them down. Cut them all down here. Yes, there we are. This is a total victory, except the fact that my general units got shot at the very beginning by cannon fire. But at least he survived and saved himself from being destroyed completely. Alright, my cavalry unit is exhausted. Alright, we have secured victory here.
Waiting orders for crown and country.
Alright, it's like our school
Sir,
lit on fire.
troops, forward.
Yes, the unfortunately the research has stopped because of the damage done to the school, so we have to repair it before the research can restart again. But anyhow, um, we're in a pretty dangerous situation here because um, you can see that Spain and France are allies, and they are an imminent threat to our control over Paris at the moment. And John Churchill is pretty much needs to deal with all these on his own. He almost got shot and died just in the battle. Now going back into the Americas theater, we are in relatively better shape, but we were just recently raided by pirates, on our trading port. So that's not great because it um, hampers our economy in trades, and we can just see we actually have pirates rebel just sprang up out of nowhere. because of the discontents in this region at the moment. We can actually see that, you know, that Hispaniola, which we recently acquired, is actually very unhappy, and that's why the rebels showed up here. Um, I don't think we'll have a way to resolve that. We may lose San Domingo for the moment, and we have to retake it back later on. We actually do have a sizable army, so I'm not too worried here. Now, we probably have to end our turn. We don't actually have a lot of income here, so we
Make
need to
ready.
find ways to make money. And that is done, perhaps by raiding,
Ship's orders, Captain.
pirateering.
Awaiting further orders. Aye, sir.
We actually have a pretty large navy here.
Orders. Aye, aye, sir.
I do plan to use it to explore this region and see if we can clear some of the blockades that have been happening around. You can see that right now our trade is significantly hampered by our trade with Ottoman Empire and Austria. To be honest, I don't know what's going on here. Well, we've lost quite a bit of um, trade in Americas because of the blockade. Now, where's the blockade coming from? That I need to figure it out. It could have just been the fact that we lost San Domingo. Now, what's going on here? We do have trade. 600 coming from Jamaica. 596 from Cuba. Yes, yes. Some of it it's because of the ports that got raided, unfortunately. Now we have to figure out the situation down here. Where is the blockade happening? Where is the blockade happening? Austria and Ottoman Empire. Now, may have just been maybe the Barbary states is raiding some of our stuffs. Okay. Hmm. Maybe these guys are the culprits. We'll have to see. Now, France, there is a pretty large presence here.
shipshape. Ready and
All
waiting.
right. See if we can plunder some of Spain and New Spain's trade on this route, and probably have to end this turn. Now, what's our next objective here? We've recently occupied Cuba. Perhaps we can, or if we go back to go back to Santo Domingo, because I'm guessing that we're probably going to lose that in the next turn. Maybe we can jump onto this island here. To be honest, I can probably try to. We can do the replenishments later. We still have sizable units. I think we can wait. Perhaps continue our military operations.
March! Any further orders? Yes, my lord.
All right, we're going to end our turn here. Now, the history of, well, before we talk about history, we've just been attacked by Spain. Now, there's no way. Well, actually, we haven't been attacked, so we're trying to move in, and we have a chance to whether- either attack them or just sit out and ignore them. Okay, well, now they are attacking. There's nothing we can do. There's no way we can actually win this battle. All right, they have laid siege on Paris. Now, I think we can relieve the siege pretty easily here with our forces that are sitting outside of Paris. Ooh, there is a revolution. The United States is born, and interestingly, in Maine. But the 13 colonies still remained a British possession as of now. This might have just been some kind of rebellion, small rebellion that is not quite significant. Yes, we have lost Santo Domingo, unfortunately.
At the
And this is
ready.
time for us to take back the
Forward!
island.
March! Ready for action! Come about!
We're going to embark our forces
Men! Forward!
and blockade
Clear the
them,
way and make ready!
and we will try to attack them here.
Heave away, boys!
Maneuvers
Heave away!
Yes, my lord.
Make ready! Aye, sir. Orders, Captain.
And it's like we've gained back some of our trade. Yes, indeed. That's a good sign.
Officer on deck.
Ooh, there's a Spanish galleon
Ship
here.
shape and Bristol fashion,
I
Captain.
think we should chase them down. Probably not with the
Yes, my
entire
lord.
fleet. That's a little bit of a waste. We may take 2 large ships to take them down, perhaps. So 1 galleon and 1 fifth grades of the line. Oh, before we do that, let's
Dry land.
do a little save here. I'm a little chicken.
Aye, sir.
Perhaps 3 ships just to be sure.
Easy prize money.
Alright, they decide to take us on. Now let's the battle begin. Now this is off the coast of Ireland. No idea why the Spanish are in this region, but we will take them down. Alright, the wind's not very favorable for us, so we have to move very slowly. So I'm just gonna speed up here just to get into action as quick as possible. Now I have very high confidence that I can take them down, but still need to be very careful because in the past my experience is that it's very easy to win a battle, but it's very difficult to capture a ship, because that's what I intend to do, is to capture the ship so that I can either gain some prize money or even capture the ship to incorporate it into our fleet. I think it's time. We will focus our efforts on the left side of their ship. Here it is. Hey, there we are. First shot. Drop anchor here just to continue bombarding their ship. Right, there we are. Dealing heavy blows on their left side of the enemy ship. But they are still very strong. Alright, let's do it early. Alright, they are running. Time to board their ship. They are running away. Like cowards. We're gonna immobilize them first, break their sails, so that they can't run away from us. Alright, we have broken 1/3 of their sails. and they have become much slower now. And we're gonna chase them down here. There we are. That's how you capture a ship. But it's just more easy to do that when you're heavily outnumbered them because you have the luxury to break one of their side. As you can see, most of their left side is damaged. That's why they're running, and you can quickly react to capture them without destroying their hulls. Now we're going to use grape shot here, kill more of their crews on board, and now they have surrendered. There we are. We have successfully captured a Spanish galleon. Now, Spanish galleons are very lucrative because of their ability to trade, carry treasure, and also carrying 60 guns. So, not a lot of ships can have 60 guns. We will incorporate them into our fleet
Officer on deck.
and send them to Waterford
Underway. Still
for repair.
shipshape.
There we are. I'm very glad about this victory.
Where to, Captain? Aye, aye, sir. Aye, aye, sir. Yes, Your Majesty.
I'm going to join again soon and continue our operation down into Gibraltar. That's where we're going. Alrighty. Now, let's see if we can relieve the siege here.
Swine to the slaughter.
Alright, we have reinforcements from Paris. The citizens have become our supports. Now let's see if we can take the field once again. Now, since our infantry is a bit lacking here, we're going to focus on surprise attacks with our cavalry. Try to demoralize their morale as soon as possible. Everything has to be done very quickly. We do have pike formation now. We use it.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I mean we don't have cavalry, so we don't really need it. Anyhow. Let's the battle begin. Now they're running away. Where are they running to? I mean, there are lots of buildings here. Wonder if they're going to hide in one of these buildings and wait for us. Um, Either case, we're going to advance our infantry.
General and staff at your service. Immediately.
They have left our range of attack.
Citizenry.
We,
Citizenry. All citizenry.
the citizens of Paris have come to support us. What a day! Alright, let's not wear them down here. Oh, yes, now they have taken defense behind these little brick walls. Now that means our only chance of gaining advantage here is going behind the units, attack them from behind and surprise them. Now, whatever, for whatever reason, their general's bodyguard have sprang into action. Perhaps they're scouting to see where we are at. Oh, here we go.
General staff. Moving out. Battery reporting. Artillery reporting.
Oh, we're getting shots here. What's going on? Where's their cannon? Okay. Well, their cannons are behind houses, so we use these houses as these buildings as um, our own defense. Alright, let's see if we can flank them from the side here. Oh wow, we've lost a few folks here. Just cannon fire. That was real. Now we're into position to shoot. let's see if we can break their artillery here.
Infantry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Line infantry.
Oh, these cannon fires are reaping havoc.
Infantry. Al uso de metralla. A la derecha.
All right.
Yes, sir. Infantry.
Okay, we're ready. We're ready into action. We'll flank them from the side here. We're in a little bit of trouble here.
Infantry. Yes, sir.
All right, let's kill their enemy general here. There we are. They are routing here, left and right. Their enemy general is dead.
Line infantry.
All right, we're gonna bring in supports here, but we need to be quick.
Prisa, acérquense.
Alright, this is a very fierce battle. What will be the outcome here? Yes, they're routing! They're routing here. Now it's time to push the momentum. Alright, let's surprise them here. Let's push forward. Courage is what decides the day. Right, I've been seeing what's going on here. I'm getting shots. I need to regroup. Alright, our cavalry has finally given in. But we're gonna surround them all. Alright, we are heavily outnumbered here in terms of size of infantry. But we're gonna get supports here from the cavalry. There we are. Let's engage them here. Did engage them perhaps a little too early with our cavalry. I think we should probably have engaged them first with our infantry and then send in our cavalry afterwards. But yes, they are routing now, and that's what's important. taken the field. Victory is ours.
Citizenry!
We're just gonna fast forward here. Mm, yes, they're totally routed. It's a great thing.
Forwards! March! Make ready! March!
Now, I'm actually considering to do peace with France. See if that's possible, because it doesn't look like we have the upper hand. Alright, they have rejected our offer. Seems like they want to continue the fight. And if we glance over the situation here, now France has pretty much only Strasbourg in their hand. Um, but they're still very fierce. They have a large army here with um, Spanish possession of Brussels, very large army, and I don't think we'll be able to take on their army.
Sir, your orders?
So we continue our next turn. Um, getting a little late, so we may continue our next episodes after this turn finishes or when somebody attacks me. So we'll see. Oh, we had a new election. See what the result is. We have okay. The current cabinet has regained control of the government. Alright, now let's take a look at our governments. First of all, our King William III is a little incompetent. Not terribly bad, but not very special or skilled in any way. Now let's look at our ministers. Currently, our government popularity is 79%. Pretty good. But our treasury secretary is not very capable, in my opinion. Probably can do better, but our opposition isn't that much better either. So if we stack our treasury secretary, that may not do us a word of good. But our secretary of war is very capable here, and our prime minister, what's his name? Quentin Ainsley. Yeah, he's alright. Not too bad.
Yes?
Now it seems like it's time
Arms!
to attack the pirates, and we will leave this till next time, alright? Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Wish you all have a good day.